It's now 6:04. As mentioned, the bitter blast is back in a big way.
Yeah, we're not getting slammed with snow like many parts of the country. Again, this is a look at Wrigley Field there in Chicago, where school has been shut down even in Chicago. It's not a good deal. Air travelers, though, even here in Tucson and across the country, have been dealing with weather disruptions since yesterday, and it's continuing this morning.
Across not only Chicago, across the Midwest, Texas, Dallas. Cable News 13's Courtney Colmark. She's live at Tucson International Airport with more. Courtney.
Hey guys, well listen to this. The wicked weather over a 2-day period has canceled 7,000 flights across the country, and here at TIA there's no exception. Already this morning 4 flights have been canceled for travelers trying to get out of here this morning. It's just the beginning of the day. Now it is the east where we are seeing most of those major problems. Almost all flights going to Chicago from Tucson or coming from the Windy City have been canceled today, and one flight headed here from Boston has also been canceled. Now some airlines did manage to get a flight out of Tucson yesterday, but we're told almost all of the flights heading east or coming from the east were delayed or canceled altogether. Now, many passengers were stuck here waiting to catch their flight, and if they did make it out, there's a good chance that they got stranded again. So airport officials are gearing up for another day of delays, cancellations, and of course, unhappy travelers. Now, they want to advise you before you head to the airport, be sure to call ahead or check online to see if your arrivals or departures are on time. And I'm sure all of those stranded travelers are going to be happy to hear the Groundhog's prediction today. Reporting live from TIA, Courtney Colmark, KOLD News 13, live local, late breaking.
Thanks, Courtney. A so-called mega blizzard is slamming the Midwest this morning with up to 2 feet of snow and gale force winds. For the first time in 12 years, Chicago City schools made today a snow day. And in Missouri, for the first time in history, the state shut down Interstate 70 between St. Louis and Kansas City. Folks there just staying home. The newspaper in Tulsa, Oklahoma, canceled its print edition for the first time in more than a century.
That snow really stings. It's a lot of wind. It's very biting.
In New York and much of the Northeast, the problem isn't snow, it's ice. Forecasters warn freezing rain could cause power outages and make any kind of travel very treacherous. More than 4,000 flights have been canceled today in the Northeast, and that number is sure to grow. And as if the snow and ice weren't enough, once the storm moves out, a deep freeze will set in with temperatures in some places well below zero. Kana?
Mindy, thank you. So this bitter blast return is driving more people who don't have a place to stay to look for one. With more on the people that are out in this cold snap, let's head to KOLD News 13's David Gonzalez. Good morning, David.
Hey, good morning, Kana. Under this bridge here off Congress and I-10 is a known place where people tend to seek shelter when they have nowhere else to go. And now this morning and with the days to come, the little shelter this bridge provides will not be enough during these cold winter nights. We checked in with Salvation Army's hospitality house, and the cold temperatures have again triggered Tucson's Operation Deep Freeze at the shelter. In Midtown, people can find something to eat as well as a hot shower and a warm place to sleep. The big problem right now at the shelter is the number of shoes and coats that are available for the homeless.
And as you can see, that rack is empty. So we need to fill that rack up because people who come in need those resources.
And that shelter sees around 150 people take advantage when Operation Deep Freeze goes into effect. And that usually happens when temperatures drop below 35 degrees during dry weather and below 40 degrees during wet weather. Reporting from downtown, I'm David Gonzalez, KOLD News 13, live, local, late breaking.
All right, thank you, David. And of course, stay with KOLD News 13 on air, online, and on your mobile device for continuing coverage of the bitter blast.
Yeah, and First Alert meteorologist Aaron Jordan has another update for us here in just a few minutes. So it really is affecting people across the country and here in Tucson, especially if you have travel plans.
For sure.
Well, KOLD News 13 time now is 6:08. Still to come, the fighting and the clashing there in Egypt. You're taking a live look this morning as pro and anti-Mubarak supporters are out there. We understand there's been injuries. The riots have really escalated here today. Demonstrators saying they're not leaving. They vow to keep protesting until the president steps down.
We have the latest on the crisis in Egypt coming up.
And in 3 minutes at 6:11, our cold Arctic blast is here. It's going to be bad, even historic. That's coming up in 3 minutes.